At 80 years old, I decided to divorce my husband. I took out the papers I had already signed and told him to get out of my life immediately. My husband looked confused. He asked what he had ever done wrong. He said he never broke any promises and even insisted that his parents and brothers would always matter more than me. Hearing that, my heart completely froze. I asked him if that was the case. He should go live with his brothers. Then I slammed the door shut. After our argument, he went home alone. He pulled out our old yellow photos and remember our decades together. He refused to accept losing me like this, so he reclaimed all the houses he had given his brothers and bought tickets for a world trip. He stood before me again, carefully asking if I was satisfied now, but I calmly told him I no longer needed any of that. In his eyes, money was always what I cared about most. He felt he had already given me romance and show me respect, but I no longer wanted to hear a single word from him. He returned to our old home in disappointment, leaning against the cold wall, remembering everything from the past, including his promises. Only then did he finally understand that what I wanted was never a trip, but a life where we grew old happily together. To win me back, my husband decided to truly change. He asked his single brothers for advice on how to win a woman back. They told him what women care about most is feeling cared for, so he started calling me every night to say goodnight, but I hung up directly. Unwilling to give him even that, he got upset and called again, saying I should at least respond with a good night. This time, I simply turned off my phone. Later, my husband cooked for the first time in his life, but he didn't even know how to use the rice cooker, so he called me for help. Watching him awkwardly tries to change, I felt a small part of me soften, but I still refused to forgive him easily. His brothers taught him to act pitiful, saying women would feel soft-hearted, so he brought me food he made himself and told me he had been fired again. I replied coldly, saying he deserved it. Then he said he would start collecting trash to survive, but I told him if he was that free, he should go sweep the community instead. During the meal, he mentioned returning to our old home and remembering how his carelessness back then caused me to lose our baby. He said he felt guilty, and those words instantly ignited the anger I had buried for decades. I flipped the table over and finally poured out all my years of pain. I reminded him how I had told him again and again that I was in pain, yet he chose to ignore me. I cried, asking why he didn't take me to the hospital back then. My vision blurred as tears kept falling. His suspicion and his mother's coldness had taken my child from me, and only now did he fully understand why I wanted a divorce. What hurt me was 50 years of never being understood. That afternoon, I stayed silent for a long time. I didn't want to say another word. When it grew late, he prepared to leave. He looked back at me one last time, and suddenly, I called him out. I told him next time he makes soybean paste soup to put in more fish. In the end, I chose to forgive him.